Yeah, but you can't write a book unless you're in front of the typewriter. You can't write a song unless you're in front of the keyboard. All these guys are like, how do you write a book? It's like, you have to be at the station where you do the work.
Yeah.
You can't just sit there and be like, oh man, I'm going to write a book one day.
Exactly.
No, sweat over the keys until you have 1,000 words or whatever you need for that day to be done. Because everyone wants to talk about like, oh, I want to write this book. And it's like, you telling me you want to write a book just set you back 6 months.
Yeah.
Because you get the same hit of adrenaline and dopamine by telling someone your idea as actually like accomplishing that thing. Yeah, I think that's very dangerous to tell people you're doing stuff when you're not actually doing it.
I've talked about it too many times, but have you ever read Pressfield's War of Art?
No, I have not.
Oh, we have a copy of it for you then.
I'd love
He sent us a box of them because I used to give it to comics when they would, or any kind of creative person when they came on the podcast. But Pressfield wrote this book, and he talks about the Muse as if it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Pressfield was kind of like a ne'er-do-well until he was like 40. Kind of like was like half-assing it until he was 40, and then somewhere along the line he realized that it's just about being a professional and like showing up, and so he started addressing the Muse as a real thing. Yeah. And then he wrote The Legend of Bagger Vance, and he wrote like some great screenplays and books, and and just became like very prolific.
Well, it's like we always count on inspiration to come into our lives, but if you can kind of like create a situation where that inspiration is more easily available to you, whatever that is, it's playing your music, it's drinking coffee, like however you can like try and harness that ethereal thing that is inspiration, I think you can be a better creative. And like you said, become more professional in creating.
Yeah. There's also different ways that ideas come, right? Like one of the things that Stephen King would do, a lot of people would do this, is they would write and then they would go for a walk.
Yeah.
So while you wrote everything, and now let's go for a walk and just think about what you wrote.
Right.
And he would have a little recorder and he would talk into it.
Yeah.
I've heard a bunch of writers say they do this.
Yeah, that was a big thing for me when I wrote my book, was to write and then go on a walk and maybe smoke a little weed, and then you see it all differently, and you can come back and realize what was bullshit and like what was a complete waste of time, and then go back in and try and address that, and then also grow the things that were like a little idea, but then you can expand upon them, and it's literally just not being in front of the computer. It's your eyes seeing real light, I think, is a big part of it. Because I have to write like at my desk in my computer, but then as soon as you get outside, you're like, oh, that's how light hits a tree at this time of day. Or like, that's actually lavender. I was talking about lilac. There's just all these little things that are, I mean, romantic for sure, but also very applicable in concrete ways to your art.